calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, 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 hours I was. And it's coming down to now, and now, and now, and now, and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, 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 hours I was. You were calling me a liar, liar. escape. It will take you home. When you're walking on the moon, walking on the moon, chase your happy place. It will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. When we dance again, all our troubles seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some levels that I've never been. When we dance again, all our troubles seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance again, that I've never been. That I've never been. That I've never, ever, never, ever been. Walking on the moon. One moment to escape. It will take you home. When you're walking on the moon, walking on the moon, chase your happy place. It will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. When we dance again, all our troubles seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some levels that I've never been. When we dance again, all our troubles seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance that I've never been. That I've never been. That I've never, ever, never, never been.
Hey, what's good, folks? Welcome to the grid. It's that time of the week, meaning it's time for the grid. It's F. Dot and Turtle.
It's time, F. Dot. Okay. Oh, and you're rocking the snapback. Can you flip it over for us for a second, just so we can see the logo, though? Ooh, okay. Looking good as usual. I got the merch right here, too. Exclamation mark merch. You already know about it. We're here. We're ready. We got week 7, F. Dot. I'm prepared, man.
It really is. It really is. It's going to be exciting. It's week 7, not week 6.
I thought I said week 7. Did I say week 6?
Yeah, you did.
I meant to say week 7. It's week 7.
You can't find game 4. You can't find week 7.
What are you talking about? Look, well, there was a week 6 previously, and we made it to playoffs. So
we did. In fact, we made it really clean in the playoffs. 3-0 and 3-0. You got to take our word for it. We have a video, of course. Shout out Doomsee. Roll the tape. Hey, everybody. Hello and welcome to the grid. It's Alpine Esports coming at you live. It's F. Dot and Turtle. So that was, look.
Did we pinch this? I gotta know. No, it was just Jordan with the banger. Somebody get doomed because this has got to make the highlight. Look at this. He dumps him and still lands on the backboard.
Smooth stuff, right on time. You could say he was punctual. What's another word for punctual?
On time. Like this one here, across. Where's Percy came in too late, and then Majicbear buzzed him out, but then Jordan, sweet. The double tap. Does he have it? Percy has always been in position for these shots. Was passing Jordan on a sidewall. Alpine has never really done something like this where we use somebody on the backboard. That is a new play to our rotation, and I'm loving it.
Game 1 in the bank, 7-1.
Dude, wasn't even close. Are you serious?
No, it wasn't.
What did we eat for breakfast? I still think it's just an entire bowl of sensu bean. Every single shot so far has been very threatening on offense. And it's nothing too basic. And we're also passing too as Jordan wins that 50 in the midfield. Goes off the spin like, what is he doing? And why is it working? Why is it working? I gotta see the 1v1 skill. Majicbear the first touch around the player. And then what is he doing? He's like freestyle dribbling. It was so clear. The first goal goes into Alpine's favor. And now we've got a second shot. Kyle isn't even in our area at this point. The man has moved. First of all, the Santa hats, I didn't even get invited to the party. That's not really fair. I don't have a Santa hat. I don't know how you guys have Santa hats on deck when we're not really that close to Christmas either. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm doing it. I'm doing the. You get what I'm doing, Turtle?
Okay. Got the cat jam. Okay, now we need a GIF for this. I don't know how to do it though. I can do it in Twitch chat, but I don't know how you do it in Discord. It doesn't make any sense.
So Turtle has no idea how like Discord.
Dude, I'm a boomer, bro. I don't get it.
Can't figure
I don't understand how to do it in Discord.
Cat jamming, and he can't do it. It's very funny.
Unfair. I can do it in Twitch chat. That's all that matters, man.
That's all that matters. Twitch chat, as long as Twitch chat is doing, we got it rolling. Teams have to do some things as well. Fantastic stuff last week. Obviously falling short in the playoffs. We'll see if we can do the same thing this time around. Our bracket this time around is interesting. We go up against eUnited, and this was, I actually put out a video about this. eUnited they have gone without Hoxer. We've got Tristan instead. So we'll dive deep there a little bit later. Energy versus Rogue is probably going to go the way of Energy. Pittsburgh Knights and Plot Twist. And Omelet Charlotte Phoenix. A lot of question marks there.
Yeah, I think Omelet started to pick things up. They looked a little bit better in the regional event. Things maybe starting to work out for them. Plot twist, as always, in PK, somebody to fear and somebody you can't underestimate. But I'm honestly just looking at NRG on the top side of the bracket because I think we've got this matchup against eUnited clearly in our favor, especially with how we've been performing consistently over the past 2 weeks in the grid. But now that we've got NRG on the other side that we could face if we beat eUnited here, that's the scary issue because we played them in playoffs, and dare I say, we got clapped.
Yeah, it was. I mean, but listen, like I said, when we're rocking with a team like Alpine, that's sort of the experience you expect. Listen,
exactly.
you run into a Mack truck, it happens, but you got to be excited about the success so far. Week 7 here, and we're coming in eUnited very confidently, straight up. Even if they had Hoxer, which I think we can agree without Hoxer and Tristan, no disrespect to the college player, I think that we would still be favored here because of the success that Alpine has seen these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I'm getting reminded as well, especially by people in chat, to look at our player Percy. Percy is insane. And if you also paid attention to the regional event number 2 and you watched Alpine's game, Jordan is becoming an absolute monster on the field. He was shooting so well. I thought we always see highlights from Percy, but last weekend from the NA regional event too, it was Jordan, who was popping off and clutching out these wins for our teams. So it's great to see other people besides our star striker Percy show up and step up to the plate.
I mean, Percy winds up number 2 on the stats week after week, literally 2 weeks running, and he is usually towards the top end. To say he's an up and comer is probably doing him a disservice. He's still growing, but I mean, he's already here, bro. Like, you talk about these in between teams like Alpine about like, oh, just wait. We have waited, we have seen, and we've seen them be successful. Now we've got to see that next page turn, because I think that, all right, you're gonna play against the bottom end teams. We are now favored in matchups that we weren't favored in week number 1, and I think that's a very real statement, especially as we look towards eUnited, which I want to talk about, man. Wonder Mike, Ajax, and now we have Tristan of CRL fame.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how I feel about the pick of Tristan, because I really don't know anything about him. Like you said, he has CRL experience, but how can you compare that to something like RLCS and RLCSX now with all the new formats? It's weird seeing a roster change too at this moment, because you'd think that coming into the new format, even if you're having issues with your roster, all of this practice would give you time and a lot of repetition to work out those issues. So the fact that they swapped it this late into the grid and into the season is mind-blowing to me.
I guess so. It was also, this is what I really spent a lot of time talking about, which was interesting, because so the org made this change. Right. I think it was Shift RL came out and said that rumor has it that it was the org, not the players themselves, and we saw a lot of this conversation. Is that normal for Rocket League? Is that how that goes?
I would not say so. I'd say that's pretty unique of an experience, especially with how dynamic Rocket League is. It's not like you can just play matchmaker usually with teams. This is something that I find a lot of people like to do, is they like to say, oh, hey, what are your 3 best players in North America if you could make a superstar team? And more often than not, we've seen players come together and form a roster like that gets destroyed by other teams who just work together. And you can't play that like the hero selection game in Rocket League, because it doesn't work that way.
I won't listen. I won't completely agree there, because I think there is a world where you just have to take into account like the player dynamic, the personal dynamic, for sure. But so it's just interesting to me. I don't know who's making the moves over there at eUnited. I actually know Burns in the squad like pretty decently, but it's a weird world where, like, if they had, like, let's say they had a retired player, let's say, Turbo hangs it up and he joins Envy, and he's the front office man of Envy Rocket League, and
Turbo as the office man.
He makes like 3 players join a team. I'll trust that squad, right? Like Turbo Polson knows what it takes. I'll trust that squad. But who at eUnited is making these changes? That's a big deal to me, and the fact that I don't know the answer to that question makes me question how well Tristan's going to work with the team.
I think that's a much well thought out point than mine, because it really, you can essentially play that matchmaker, but like you said, you have to be the person who knows personalities, the play styles, and the dimensions that make up Rocket League in terms of teams and communication, all that type of stuff. So there's so many different things that are going to be clashing here for eUnited. And I'm curious to see, you know, this is their first showing with the new pickup Tristan. Is he going to start popping off? Can he handle the nerves? We'll find out in this first series that Alpine, in my opinion, has the advantage for it.
I don't even think that's an opinion. I think that's relative fact at this point.
Big fact.
Alpine, like I said, Percy just continues to show up, not even in the anecdotes, but on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
And Jordan has been the one that everybody goes home and tells their stories about, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's out here just making stuff happen. On the other side, you've got players like Wondermike, who this is something that, like, when it comes to Wondermike, you've always got to be ready for. AJ brings it down the field, and Wanda just ready for it, waiting. They knew that play was happening from a minute before.
That's scary. Yeah, that was a scary pre-jump too from Wondermike. Ajax, beautiful carry across. Nobody from Alpine wanted to challenge it. Defense a little bit slower, but it's the first 30 seconds. We can't give them too much disrespect yet because we're gonna start out a little bit rough. That was a good shot there, but our defense getting tested right away. Oh no, we don't want to talk about this. We don't want to talk about the first 40 seconds F-Dot.
And he's in this disgusting car. What is this disgusting car? Is this the, like, bootleg Batmobile? What is that one called?
No, that's the regular Batmobile. What are you talking about?
No, it's just bootleg because eUnited driver. My bad. But
okay. Wait, what did you just say? Are you throwing out disrespect? What is this shade that I'm hearing out of you?
I'm always here to roast. Don't worry.
If I ever am like going back to school and get bullied, I'm gonna throw you in. I'm gonna sub you in, okay? You got my back?
No, I got you. See, that's the thing. I only bully the bullies. I know how eUnited be on Twitter. Yo, you see that? Dude, see eUnited get destroyed on Twitter?
No, what did they say?
Oh my goodness. So Alpine came out here with the Among Us meme, right?
Oh, are you talking about the 3-0 that Alpine started? But didn't Alpine start that on Twitter itself? This is unacceptable.
Yeah.
We're inducing the drama.
Oh man, we gotta I don't know if production already has a zillion things going on, but being able to show this one, it was Pittsburgh Knights and eUnited. eUnited goes, "Lol, remember when you dropped the peeps? Yikes!" And then Pittsburgh Knights responded, "Shoot, you're right. I forgot we beat you with two completely different rosters, bro."
Oh my goodness! How do you even come back from that one? That's tough, bro. Especially when you started, man. That's a GG.
Oh man, danger on the field. But that's listen, eUnited like to keep it spicy, so you know.
I mean, that'll get in your head, bro. If I'm a player and my org is starting to talk some smack, you know, you gotta put up the results. You gotta give them the ammunition, okay? That's what it's all about.
I didn't even think about that. Like, is that something that like reflects on you? Like, if you played like G2, Ocelot's always kind of like barking.
Yeah.
You look at eUnited, they're always barking, right? Energy, on the other hand, are a little bit more respectful.
Yeah.
Like, does that actually impact you as a player, knowing like your org attitude?
I think it depends on how it's carried out. Like, if you're representing an organization who like starts to get personal with the attacks on Twitter and things go to like a next level, then I'm nervous because we've got feelings on the line. But if you're just trying to make banter, make some content, and also get some demos involved too to relieve some stress, this bump play for my boys.
Ooh, I like
Mike
that.
gets taken out. He's out of here.
Oh, that was sick. And that's the way that you fight good defense, right? You just get in the way. You play physical and you create these opportunities that are being taken away from you. You take away the takeaway, so to speak, right? What happens when you subtract the negative and becomes positive, right? That's so cool.
No, this is unacceptable. You can't start bringing math into this, bro. You can't do it. But I do like how the meta...
distance learning.
It feels like everything has kind of picked up with rotations and gotten a lot more layered, too. I talk about this all the time. But it's just because it's so different. Like, back in the day, you'd look at season maybe 1 to 5. It's almost like you're rotating just so you can be in position to hit the ball. But now it's like if you're just rotating and that's it, you're not going to be doing nearly as much for the team as you should be.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you gotta be a little focused, a little locked in, and sometimes it's worth putting on the blinders, right?
Yeah.
Like, just kind of tunnel vision is such
crazy.
Such a dangerous phrase. What?
Dude,
Okay,
the Batmobile.
That seemed a little too easy. How did
Well, this is why the Batmobile is so good. It's the corner. This is the only reason I can see people using the Batmobile. It's the corner, because you can hit the ball from so far out with. It's literally like a rectangular pancake, bro. I don't know how else to describe it. That's literally what the Batmobile is. And if you're gonna play it, you got to abuse the corners of the hitbox.
Isn't a rectangular pancake just a waffle?
What? No, a waffle is still a circle. What are you talking about? Hello?
What?
Ajax still popping
What?
off? No, a waffle.
A waffle ain't no circle. It's a what are you talking about? I can't even pay attention to
I'm
Ajax
getting confused
scoring.
because no, listen. Whenever I make waffles, they're always circular because I have a circular waffle maker. I forgot that you can make waffles in squares. I apologize to anybody I've offended or hurt. Please don't cancel me.
I can't even. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Well, game 1. eUnited scored a zillion points and Turtle couldn't remember what a waffle looked like.
Yes,
that's yeah.
Dude, I will die on this hill, bro. Waffles are circles, and Majicbear is also insane. Dude almost got a nutty double tap. We've got good pressure still. The shots have been there. You always know when Alpine come out onto the field that we have insane mechanics. I think that's something that you already notice within maybe one series of watching Alpine.
I think the problem here, I mean, the problem in this game 1 is just, offensive control, which is something that's kind of the theme is when Alpine aren't able to, oh man, when Alpine aren't able to control the ball in their half, we just don't have a lot of scoring opportunities, I feel like.
Yeah, and we griped about this in the first few games, or excuse me, first few weeks of the grid as we lose the first game here. Rough start for Alpine. Nothing that we can't handle though. I think that this is something. What are you talking about? You're talking about the Batmobile? It is a waffle, but a rectangular waffle, okay? Because there have been some that are circles. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That there is a dynamic range when it comes to food like that. After that, open your mind up.
I guess that waffles could be a myriad of different shapes. I just the circle doesn't come to mind first.
Thank you.
I'll give that one to you though. Trouble in Alpine Town.
Yeah.
This was, Ajax got a hat trick.
Dude, we need to stop this, man. That's what I'm saying. 5 saves, 3 goals, 9 shots, 1 assist for the Batmobile. It's not even Tristan doing it. Like, he didn't step up like this with Hoxer. I don't know what it is. Maybe Tristan's just the secret code now for Ajax to become a menace on the field.
Well, we don't know. Again, like that's one of the things that I definitely realize as I play or I get more involved with different games is how little you know about the teams without being there. Like on the outside looking in, all you see are like Twitter posts and gameplay. Maybe and I am making this up. This isn't true. Maybe Hoxer is sitting there just like yelling at everybody every game.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's exactly something that could be possible.
And now with Tristan, like, everybody plays better because Hoxer isn't screaming. Like I said, I made this up. I'm not creating a rumor. I'm just saying these are the things that we don't know about. And you were talking before how, like, you could just take, 3 players with 99 Madden scores and you could lose because they don't play well together, blah, 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 blah. Maybe Tristan is the guy for the team.
Yeah. Well, when you discuss that, we almost get one Jordan. Come on. We were there. We needed to win the 50. So close. Okay.
That was rough.
That's a better start, though. By 40 seconds in, I believe we were already down by 2 goals against the eUnited. So already we have better control, better offense, and it seems like we're able to transition the ball instead of getting stuck. I was just going to mention, whenever you talked about the different impacts that players have on team, and it's not just mechanical or maybe skill-based, I think of Turbo. Turbo is the type of guy who will give everybody mental clarity on the pitch just because he's so fun to play with and he makes the experience, fun.
Okay, I feel that. And you definitely, you see that in the result, right? People want to play around Turbo, and that type of player. We call that like the X factor. Majicbear Saucer X right there, and gives us a goal, which is we're gonna start it off.
Oh my goodness, the wave dash on the ceiling to follow it up with a pinch on the ground as we get somebody going for a demo. That's the kind of play that has completely developed. Team plays. Week 1, 2, 3, 4 in the grid. We're just going for some solo plays, letting Majicbear kind of do his thing. Percy has some solo shots, and now we're doing mechanical things like that with the team involved. That was amazing.
One of the big deals there for me, oh man, second opportunity, not going to find it, is in week 2, week 3, maybe even week 4, I think we lose this set 3-0 after losing game number 1 4-1. Like the way that Alpine lost game number 1 would, and we've interviewed the guys before. Jordan, we've interviewed the guys about this, where they got nervous and they would very, you know, people always like to say this is an emotional team, but this is an emotional team. And I think week 3, week 4, this is what we're like, we're done. Yeah. Seeing the team bounce back like this for game number 2 is absolutely a result of the maturation of the squad. All this Rocket League we're playing, RLCS and the grid, like these guys are getting used to playing behind the 8 ball, so to speak, and it speaks volumes.
Well, that's why Alpine is so fun to watch, because oh my goodness, got to save! I just had a voice crack because of how insane that is. I literally am going back in steps in puberty because of that save. And now we're about to get a goal here if we could get a demo. Almost got one. Dude, I'm still amazed. I think he backflipped to get into position. The timing with it bouncing off the crossbar, and we still managed to get it out.
I was man, that was wild. Just good defense. Majicbear showing up and playing on the other side of the field, which is something that we have always been good at. Alpine has always been strong at defense. And we still, like, in those early weeks where we were still losing, we would lose by a couple of goals. But you'd look at the shots and
how much pressure we have to handle. Yeah.
Exactly. And that one was, look at this. He does like a pop shove it. This is almost like a 360 layup. Check this out.
Okay.
See, look at this. Just drives away. Nah, ain't no thing, bro. He getting that goal through the drive-through. Yeah, let me get a large Coke with that, please. Thank you.
F-Dot, have you ever done a pop shove it? I feel like you used to skateboard.
Absolutely. I was sponsored.
Good. See, oh my, really? I didn't even know this. I'm playing with a professional skateboarder. It's like, here. It's like, see. And dude, I'm telling you, Jordan is becoming a second beast on this team. Look at this pass out from Majicbear, Percy on the receiving end, like usual. And this is probably the most typical routine Alpine play where Percy's on the other end. We get a good pass down to midfield, and he's scoring it.
Yeah. And that one, like you said, routine. That first one, like we said, we went through the drive-through. This second one, I'm still eating the fries. Yeah. I'm just like, oops, I scored. No problem. 4-0, man. Man, put your feet up. Enjoy the smell. This is how this one goes, baby. Like I said, this would not be the game 2 that we saw in week 3 at all.
I mean, like you said, even the boys mentioned it in the interviews. Okay, why not? Why not make it 5? Why not make it 5, dude? The 50s for Majicbear, he's a pain in your back. He's like a lower back pain that you don't want to have. Okay, with that 50, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that at all.
Bring out the icy hot. Bring out the icy hot. Where's Shaq? Oh no. Oh no. My lower back.
See, I thought the question is, do you have lower back pain ever? Do you get it? I have like the worst posture you could imagine.
I don't actually. I now that you've made me say it out loud, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and just be like hunched over like Frodo. Just like, my back hurts.
Dude,
okay. I've never had no lower back problem.
Here's the thing: if we end up throwing this game away, which is literally impossible, 1 minute and 10 seconds left.
You can't,
dude. I don't.
Now that we've said it,
that would physically give me lower back pain just by watching it. That's the one exception.
This is how we tempt the Rocket League gods.
Oh no! Look at what we're doing, bro. Oh, no. This is our fault. This is our fault, bro. Okay.
Oh no!
I didn't mean to set it. I didn't mean to set us up like this. We got a minute.
I'm walking away.
Okay. F-Dot's gone. This is all we needed. I'm telling you, we just needed something to balance out the forces between the caster curse. We've got 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Absolutely no sweat, not worried about it. F-Dot has left the building until the game is over. I'm telling you, this is the type of security we need. This is how devoted we are to Alpine Esports. We don't want to give any chances to eUnited to take this dub. One to Mike, please Don't do this to us, okay? We're good. Not even worried about it. It's not even close.
Man.
We've got 36 seconds left, and we get a goal, and F-Dot's back. Thank you for taking that leave of absence.
We really did tempt the gods, didn't we? We were like, nah, bro, no way. And they scored 2 back-to-back.
We're chilling, bro. We're chilling. We balanced it out.
Man.
That's all that needed to happen.
I mean, now I'm chill. Now I'm chill.
Dude, we almost got. It was almost 3-5 though. Oh my god, it went off the post. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, all I'm saying is hard carry Creamz is out here saying Turtle's the problem. And,
What the? Creamz? After everything I've done for you, dude? Are you kidding me? This
I ain't never disagree with Creamz. That's all I know.
I guess Creamz just whatever he says is just a fact.
Yo, do me a favor, Turtle. Type 1 in the chat. Don't look at it though. Just type 1.
Are you serious? How am I not supposed to look at that? I agree though. I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
Man.
So basically, Chad is saying now if there's another problem where we might get either reverse swept or we're in the lead and they're about to come back, I have to leave now because I am the problem. Is this what I'm? Is this what I'm seeing?
I think that's it. Okay.
You know, I'll take note of that. So next time there's an issue, I'll make sure to dip. And if I am not the issue and I leave and we still lose and they come back, then I feel like we should probably just both never cast again. That's the only solution.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. We're making the climb though. 1-1.
Right,
this one was a big deal, and again, I want to like return to that that mental game here. Like weeks ago, not only would we not have been this strong in game 2, 6 goals. Like sure, they scored 3. I really don't care. 6 goals after the performance we had in game number 1, which was sloppy. It was a sloppy game. I don't think that happens in week 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 5, 6, 7. This is it's not a different team. It's the same team with some practice behind them, I think.
Yeah, well, we're dealing with the mental resistance super well, and I think especially coming in as the team with the advantage, and we're still managing to come back in game 2 because Alpine right now are coming in here confident because we have the advantage. It's against eUnited, who have not been doing well lately. They just got a new pickup. The team is still looking to figure out their play style. Obviously, we have the confidence. We lose game 1 by a lot, but we come back in game 2. That's what I'm talking about. That's the experience playing against NRG, SSG, playing against your idols. That's what Majicbear kept saying where he was nervous to play against his idols and people he had known for so long. Now he's able to come out here and just say, I belong here and I deserve to compete against the best.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You hear it all the time. If you ever like, pay attention to regular sports, you hear it all the time, like the young kid having to like, pitch against his favorite baseball player or play, guard in basketball against a guy that he had a poster of. Listen, they don't sell Justin posters just yet, but if they did, that's what Percy would have on his wall. Like, it's wild to have to go out there and play it, and like it's you get numb to anything. You play against all these people the first time, and you're like, oh, you get them jello knees, right? And then, 7 weeks into the grid, I mean, that jello knees, you're chilling, bro. You're like, all right, who are you again? We're trying to win, and this is what you do. Like, it's easy.
Yeah, see, I used to get jello knees whenever I would know that I'd be talking to the legendary F-Dot. Look at you. Looking adorable over there with your snapback. You got the Alpine hat. See, that's when I get jello knees. And I also get jello knees when the server does go down. I think we might have a server issue just trying to reconnect here as we wait for the boys to get back in. It'll take a minute, but we should be set. And I think that for Alpine, going into regional event 2 now, I'm excited to see how they continue to perform. This grid is the best practice you can get for the weekend, which is why I'm hyped.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. You're able to warm up. Hey, here's something interesting actually. Thursday and Friday, right? Friday, and then you have your RLCS on Saturday the day after.
Yeah.
Would you rather play the grid on a Friday, warm up, and then have the very next day, or kind of come in, play on Thursday, and warm up, and then have Friday to either relax or reflect on Thursday's performance and then go into Saturday? Which would you prefer as a player?
I actually think it really depends on how we perform in the grid this week. So like, if we come out, I wouldn't want to play again on Saturday if we got destroyed in the grid on Friday. Does that make sense? Like that, I think that's the worst possible situation that out of everything you give me, that is the worst mentally. But if we can perform well on the grid and keep moving forward, I feel like it doesn't even matter if it's Thursday or Friday. We're still more confident. So I probably rather go for the safer option, just play Thursday, have Friday to chill, and then Saturday pick it back up.
Me too, man. Absolutely. I think the Thursday works out well because Thursday, like you said, if all goes well, then you just kind of like, all right, no problem. Feet up, easy peasy.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't go well, then Friday you can use that whole day to either like decompress or, all right, why did we screw up on Thursday? Let's not repeat it on Saturday. Let's check the tape, like have a quick meeting and look at it. Maybe not a full scrim rehearsal type deal, but just like show up, watch the video. Miztik, he's a little sick. Get well soon, Miztik. Like just kind of break it down. That's I think Thursday for the grid is a good look for the guys. So
yeah,
we'll see how it works out.
And we do have NRG in our bracket too. Again, just to reiterate, if we win this one, we're up against NRG next. Okay, assuming that they win, obviously, in their matchup. But I mean, the NRG Rogue, they're already up 2-0. NRG is already up 2-0 in that matchup. We're 100% going to be facing off NRG for my prediction. I don't think that's bold by any means.
I don't think it's bold. I'm still going to like make the like, ho, because, there's like a Rogue fan out there, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
There's got to be somewhere. Somewhere there's a First Killer fan somewhere.
There's like dozens of them. So
they'll be flocking to our stream just to rate us in chat and roast us. But it's okay because, you said yourself that you're good at defending and sticking up for me. Okay. If I was fighting against a bully, you're there for me.
Yeah, I got you, Turtle. Absolutely. I got you, Turtle. I can tell that you've been shoved into a locker before. So
wow. What are you talking about? That is not my fault. I had nothing to do with that, okay? It was actually at an esports event. But we don't have to go there, okay? We don't have to go there after.
Oh, I touched on a nerve I didn't know existed. Sorry, guys. We're having some tech difficulties, quite obviously. New patch is interesting. I'm sure the new patch isn't contributing to us, but I mean, a lot of new Rocket League news as we get our gears rolling in the background. Free to play date confirmed? ?
Yes, it has been confirmed. I believe it's September 22nd. I actually want to look it up. Free to play.
So I know the number, but I'm not sure if it's
23rd. The 23rd is going free to play. So that'll be hype. Hopefully that brings in a wider range of people. I mean, how can you not want to test out a game that you've because there's got to be somebody out there who's like, I don't want to buy Rocket League. It's a stupid concept. Boom, it goes free, and they're like, I ain't got nothing else to do. PS5 doesn't come out for a couple months. Maybe I'm gonna hop on it.
It's twofold. It's twofold. One, Rocket League is a completely unique game. Ain't nobody ever played Rocket League before, ever. It's not like, maybe you played, Aeon of Strife, the StarCraft 1 mod, and it's similar to League of Legends. So sure, go for it, right? The only game like Rocket League was the game before Rocket League, right? Super
acrobatic rocket powered battle cars.
Thank you. Like, and that's literally the same game. So like, you can't like just take the gamble. Honestly.
Now this pass is a gamble in itself though. Look at this flip reset to get it out. How do you get this one?
But
I didn't even get it a touch.
Oh man, that's clean. Tristan, Wonder Mike and Tristan, I have a feeling that this pairing, Wonder Mike and Tristan, is gonna be real dirty. Like with Ajax, honestly, if I zoom out real quick and look at the eUnited team, you got Ajax to kind of be like the veteran mind, like kind of show the young guns how to do it. Wonder Mike was /is the big rookie, right? Like, gotta watch out for him, kind of rook here on the field. And then Tristan is the young new player that is, he's not as much fanfare as Wonder Mike, but he can kind of grow into this. I actually think this roster has a lot of legs. Yeah. Which is why it's important for us to kind of get up ahead of it now while we can.
And we got to stop Ajax too. He was a beast in the first game. 9 shots, 3 goals, 1 assist, and then now he's faking us. He even dropped the quick chat faking in the chat after he did that to us. After he scored that goal, he said faking in the chat. The new quick chat update. Bro, that is some next level mind game.
Oh no.
I'd be tilted. I'm not gonna lie. I would be tilted. I'd be like, bro.
I am tilted, and I'm not even playing, bro.
I think that the new pickup Tristan though has got to benefit Wonder Mike the most because you even talked about it. I didn't realize until now as Majicbear sinks this one in.
Okay.
How do we get this one out in the midfield? Who had the pass here? Percy with the speed. Jordan. I love the patience to let that ball drop and then use the momentum to go with it off the crossbar. That was beautiful.
That was also, yeah, that was a smooth play, and I imagine, you know, not being in comms here, the way it works is that pass, it was supposed to be a pass through the midfield to Jordan goal, and he just called out help, and teammate shows up and winds up on the other side of the goal. Like that's real. We talked about kind of not set plays but routine plays. The difference between like, yep, they had that drawn up, they practiced that one, to improvisation. That was an improvisation play, and if you know, who's that Majicbear that scored? If he's 1 second later, that doesn't go in.
Yeah. Majicbear seems to always be in position like Percy. I feel like we usually have somebody in position always for the shot. That's one thing I've noticed we don't really struggle with. Maybe I think in week 2 specifically, but other than that, we've always had somebody on the receiving end of these passes, and that's what I love about Alpine, because we always make sure to put somebody on the other side of the field to be prepared for a pass. That means our shots are constantly going up. But I was talking about it earlier with the new pickup from Tristan. This is kind of random, but I just wanted to mention, because you talked about him being the new rookie, and everybody has his eyes on him, and they're waiting to see how he's going to perform. I feel like having now Tristan on the field for Wonder Mike, excuse me, all the eyes are on Wonder Mike. We're looking at Tristan now, and that means Wonder Mike can have some space to breathe. So this really could benefit.
I'll be honest with you though. I think Wonder Mike kind of likes that spotlight.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I think Wonder Mike's the kind of kid. Yo, it's actually really funny. Like, you know, coming into Rocket League, people are quiet. A lot of the players are really quiet, unless they're not, and then they mouth off all the time. Shouts to Greasy, right? Like,
yeah.
And Wonder Mike, like I remember him playing in the Rival series, and like he was one of the first Rocket League players that I followed on Twitter, because I was like, as I was like newer, I was like, why am I gonna follow these guys that are on, you know, big teams but tweet once a month? Like, what do I care?
Yeah.
And then Wonder Mike is out here just like chirping off after every single like Rival series game, and I'm like, all right, you know what, Wonder Mike, let's go.
Drama. I like the drama. Okay, there you go.
Dude, I live for it. Like, that's what makes it. I guess the phrase is a little outdated, but they used to say that sports is a soap opera for the guys, right?
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
The drama is how you make it happen. Like, you know, I want to see the play on the field, and I want to see the play off.
See, it usually just makes me uncomfortable. That's the thing. And I'm also going to stay uncomfortable if we can't get another goal too. I'm watching this. We keep getting shot. There's a whole minute. But if Percy's not going to put this one away, oh my goodness.
No, he got a teammate.
Bro, we could have had the faking revenge. Percy could have faked them out and then dropped faking in the quick chat again, and it would have been beautiful. A beautiful moment in Rocket League history. But no, of course, we couldn't get it.
No, we're going to be fine. Off the wall. Tristan misses the recovery. Oh, who's that, Jordan? That shoulda, coulda, woulda, but huh. Oh, I see what happened there. Majicbear just didn't have enough boost, so they took over for him. That's an interesting call. I don't think I've kind of ever seen that, like mid-air, same team callback. And that's the dagger for the end of the game.
How are you going to do this? At the end of the game, we've got 20. Evda, please have some respect for Alpine. 25 seconds. Wonder Mike sinks that in. But it's still possible, okay? Believe in something, man. This is going to happen, okay? Ajax is going to mess up on defense, so Jordan's just going to score this one. This is what I'm talking about, okay?
All right, bro. Okay.
Believe.
All right.
Believe.
Okay. All right. You know what? Fine. Okay. No doubt. Okay. I've been done told. Like,
I've never doubted for a single second in my entire life, okay?
I absolutely did. So, you know, and wow.
It's okay. As long as you're wearing the Alpine hat, it's okay. That's all that I care about. So we had a good kickoff. Well, now another one. Percy, good speed. But unfortunately, still beat. We got two players back. I'm a little bit scared, okay? This does scare me, seeing both of them holding hands like that, but there's still time. There's still time.
All right. We're going to keep it up. We're going to... No, not at all. No, not in the slightest. 2-1.
That was absolute pain. And I think that NRG have already won against Rogue, so NRG are waiting up now in the semifinals of Group C and D, which is where we are. And now we lose this third match to eUnited. And see, I'm a little bit frustrated because This isn't supposed to happen. We have the advantage here. I'd say Alpine, better mechanics. The question is, what is going on defense to give away those early goals? Because we never seem to start out with the lead, at least in the first and third game.
Well, I mean, we had the same amount of shots on goal, right? 9
Right.
shots on goal. Obviously, eUnited convert 1/3 of that. We convert, I don't know, math, 2 out of 9. And like it, man, this matchup is the reason I'm having trouble is because Alpine have consistently had the same issue, which makes my job as an analyst, quote unquote, relatively easy, right? Like, okay, all of your issues have to do with offensive control.
Yeah.
You don't have it, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't seem to be this issue, though. You know, what's going on here? It just seems like a different problem this week.
Well, this seems like a little bit unique, and I think we're not ready for the mechanics. I don't think we're prepared for this pass. Look at Tristan, the new pickup off the corner. This is a difficult read, and the speed he came in with, he doesn't even give anybody time to react to the double touch as that pops out for Wonder Mike.
See, that's what I mean, you know, kind of it's funny when player personality off the field kind of reflects player personality on the field.
Yeah.
And with Rocket League, I don't know enough to like make the factual statement, but it seems like a game that would happen more in because of the style of play. But Wonder Mike, that's what he does. He just like all gas. I'm gonna go for this full speed, and either it's an undefendable goal or like he looks silly, and most of the time it goes in, and it's just this blind confidence. He just comes out and he goes, you know what? That's just something I bring.
And even here, Tristan is they're pre-jump demoing us. I am frustrated, but this is something I'm surprised to see because I didn't think they were going to be this confident. eUnited, I think they have struggled with confidence maybe in the past to be aggressive. Normally when I watch their series or their games, they're always pushed back. They don't want to be too aggro, go for demos, going for anything crazy. Already, I think one of the first goals that we saw in this series was a pre-jump pass play from eUnited. So that has got to be a statement to how they're switching it up and what they're trying to do now with their approach with the new pickup.
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think everybody just, you know, Tristan coming on board might take eyes off of Wonder Mike, which might make Tristan feel kind of some way, but Ajax is there to make Tristan feel a little bit more comfortable, and Wonder Mike's able to own the, like, all of these guys, and you know them much better than I do for sure, but I casted Tristan in CRL last season. I casted Wonder Mike in Rival Series last spot, and obviously I watched Ajax. It just seems like, from the outside looking in, that this is a team that's gonna vibe well.
Yeah, I think so too, especially if this is their first performance with the new guy. And look at the passing that they're doing. This is tearing our defense apart. Absolutely. We can't get in front of the challenges because we don't have the pace. Now Percy takes the mid boost as he's looking for it. He doesn't get a touch. And Tristan doesn't even have a defender close enough to him to get contact on the ball, and it's almost like a free shot if he can place it well.
Yeah, that player that was near the goal kind of got faked out. Didn't expect Tristan to, I guess, go that aggressive or be that fast, and woof. Only 2 though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is plenty of time, but I think I'm a little bit just in shock from eUnited, and I'm kind of excited for them just because I think a new roster pickup for a team that is struggling is always usually the right move, depending on how things work out in the comms. I'm not sure what it was like behind the scenes. But this is the effect it has on players, the confidence it'll bring you, because it's such a fresh feeling playing with that new pickup, because you just feel like a completely different team, which in fact you are.
Yeah, absolutely for sure, and it's I'm excited too. Like this is these are the rosters that I like to see. The fresh young, like two young rookies and an old guy, right? Yeah. Ajax is like, I've been around all the time, kid. I can show you how to do it.
The Dumbledore of the roster.
And Wonder Mike and Tristan are just like these young bloods that are reaching, and like you have this sort of like veteran experience to know like how and when. And Tristan and Wonder Mike, like I said, Wonder Mike is a pedal to the metal type player, and he's gonna make these reckless decisions. Yeah. And as long as like, you know, it's balanced out a little bit by some like grounded Ajax play, like this, it's a roster that's fun to watch and get excited for. So I'll be honest, I still think Alpine are favored. It just looks like this matchup, they're all over the place, and Wonder Mike plays chaotic, and I don't think that Alpine are ready to handle that type of chaos.
What I've been noticing too is that in the midfield, normally we don't have issues like this unless we're playing against NRG. This feels very NRG-like of a series for Alpine, and I say that by how we're losing the midfield challenges. I think that we don't have the speed to match anybody, but the demos will work wonders because it gives us space. That's something that changes a lot of the events in this game. Not the poor clear, but nobody's there for the follow-up, and they can move this ball out easily. That's what I was talking about, the speed to get in front of the ball and keep the pressure, because that's what we're failing to do right now. And on defense, F-Dot, what are you doing, bro? This is all your fault.
What do you mean?
I have no choice. I have to project my anger to somebody, okay? And you, unfortunately, are the only one in here. And I do believe that we will go up against Rogue if we end up losing this matchup. 3 goals, 46 seconds. I believe, but I am scared. Not gonna lie. Now I'm really scared. Okay, no, I'm good.
I don't know, man. This is gonna be rough. This is it's 1-1, so this will only be our second loss, right?
What? It's hello. It's 2-1. F-Dot.
Oh, is this game 4?
We're gonna take an L completely. F-Dot. This is the importance of this. We don't want to take this L.
I'm pulling a turtle. I didn't even realize we were in game 4, my man.
I've been worried and scared this whole time alone. I thought you were in this boat with me. Now, final 10 seconds. 3 goals in 6 seconds is not happening. We're gonna go down. I think to play Rogue up next. That's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Oof. That one, you know what? That's a loss. A lot of times I try and I don't even listen. I don't come out here and try and make us feel better about losses. Yeah. When I say that like that loss wasn't so bad, I legitimately think so. That's what I say when we lose against teams like Energy or whatever. Like, what do you expect? You know, yeah. It is what it is. This loss here, I think it feels a little bit less bad because honestly, because like you just like to see that eUnited roster, new players, young kids, like give it a go, man. All right. Yeah. Like, you know, it is what it is. And also, I think we can beat Rogue.
I mean, I'm not too worried about Rogue. We did 3-0 Rogue last week, I believe.
I'm not concerned about Rogue.
We got their number. But even looking back to this series, though, I think eUnited, this wasn't a performance where Alpine were just kind of missing the ball mechanically. We were out of position all the time. It wasn't anything like that. I think eUnited, if you look at all their goals, they were quality goals. Excellent passing. The speed was all there. And they even had some really unique plays, like we saw the fake from Ajax. We saw the pre-jump pass play when we came in early. The double touch off the backboard from Tristan. Like, just alone, there's 3 goals that were unique and goals that we can't get too upset about just because of how high level they were and how we can't do much about it but try to match that performance.
Got to agree. You know, like I said, I think this was, I usually look to Alpine for being really strong on the defensive end, being able to deal with popcorn offense. Yeah. You want to shoot 20 goals on net. We might let 1 or 2 go through, but really, really strong defense. And we even saw some of that in game 1, which we lost pretty dramatically. Yeah. We still saw some like pretty crazy defensive plays. Again, I think, and this is, you know, big, wide thesis. So like, you know, here I am, but I think that Wonder Mike plays chaotically. Hoxer stifled that chaotic play with Hoxer gone and Tristan on the field. Wonder Mike has no one to listen to, but Ajax
like a tornado.
Is more willing to be a little bit crazy. Him and Tristan can contribute to the tornado. Ajax tries to control it, but it doesn't get. And that type of chaotic play style is difficult for Alpine to deal with.
I would have to agree. The tornado of eUnited, and that's something that NRG do a lot, is we have to deal with Justin. We have to deal with Squishy, Garrett G's mechanics. If eUnited are on that same path, they could be our second team to really struggle against.
It could be tough. Rogue is our next opponent. Players are going to get all their ducks lined up. We are going to be right back. Stay tuned. More grid after this. And we're back like those dinosaurs. What's good? F. Dot and Turtle one more time. We're going in round 2 on the lower end of things. eUnited climbed the Alpine Mountain 3-1. We did get one game in there, though.
I'm a little bit upset, okay? It's frustrating to watch those series because I feel for the boys because that's one of those series where you end off and you're like, well, we weren't making any obvious mistakes. I think we just got outplayed in that situation. It was like every single time we were in a 1v1 situation, we couldn't beat Ajax in his fakes. He even got like 3 or 4 dribbles in there. That's one that you go back after the loss, you come back in a Discord and just like, dude, like, what are we even supposed to say about that?
Yeah, I think that one was. I mean, that one was just like I said it before. It was just real chaotic. All the dots lined up for United, and I Hoxer's a good player, and I have absolutely no hatred for Hoxer, but I think that this United team might be better. Yeah,
I think I agree. It's the freshness, dude. It reminds me also all the way back in the old days. I remember initially talking about it when I started casting because Lethamir, I believe, had left Ghost. Nothing against Lethamir. I thought it was a great player. It's just sometimes you need something new, something fresh to give to your players that'll boost their confidence, boost their hunger in the game, and it'll help them to pop off more. Because we haven't seen an Ajax like that in what? A year, it feels like, if not longer, since back to when they were making it to the RLCS world stage, competing against the other teams in Europe.
I mean, this is what we were saying before. I think that Hoxer is a better player than Tristan. His Madden score is higher than Tristan. But the team as a whole is better with Tristan instead of Hoxer on there because of who knows, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, Ajax is energized. Wonder Mike is doing his crazy Wonder Mike stuff that he was doing last year, like just being insane. And that type of chaotic play is something when we look at what makes Alpine great. When we look at what makes Alpine a good team, it's concentrated coordination on the offensive side. When we have control on the offensive side, we do well, and we can handle very, very full pressure offense from the enemy team because we can like deal with coordinate with real fast play as long as it's coordinated. eUnited came out here kind of like throwing caution
all over the place,
and we couldn't like parse it. And Alpine just couldn't deal.
Yeah.
So we wind up down here.
Now we're gonna have to recover though. We have a rematch against Rogue last week in week 6. We didn't get swept. We swept them. We brought out the broomsticks. We absolutely outpaced them, outmechanicked them. It was almost like the matchup that we just saw from eUnited, except we were on the other side of that. And we did 3-0 again. Charlotte Phoenix going into it. It was just a good week for us last time. So let's see if we can recreate that type of magic here against Rogue as we get onto this rematch. We're in game 1. F. Okay. You better realize now when we're on match point, I can't be dealing with the stress by myself, and this is your fault. I don't know how, but it's your fault, bro.
I mean, sure, Crow. I mean, that's all first killer, but I guess we'll give credit to Crow since he's the one that like popped it in. But first killer off the wall, through there, flip reset to bring it down. I think it was going in even without Grenovi's last touch, but sure, we'll take it. Percy almost own goals.
Dude, did you see him staring at the ball like as he's bouncing off the post? I thought it was going to hit him again, and he was going to own goal after having time to react. That was the scariest moment I think we've seen all day.
That was one of those where everything goes in slow motion when you're that player. You're just sitting there like, oh, what is happening? What if we did the whole cast in slow motion?
Then we'd get even more flack from everybody. You know, instead of it just being my fault as to why we lose, it's just going to be both of us. And I don't think you're ready for that responsibility yet.
It's never my fault.
It's always my fault. Okay, here. I didn't even leave last game. See, this makes me feel like I'm not dedicated enough, okay? We said, since everybody in chat agreed that it was my fault and I'm the one causing the problems, whenever I start to cast or curse it again, I'm a dip. I'm gonna leave F. for like 30 seconds. We'll see if it makes a difference. You just give me, you say the word F. and I will leave.
Okay? I could never say the word. I could never tell you to leave.
No, you have to though. No. You have to. If it's for Alpine, I thought you'd do anything for the roster. The boys, we got Majicbear, Jordan, Percy. You're telling me that you wouldn't force me to leave if it meant we could get a dub?
Not my man Turtle. No, I can't do it to my man. I thought about it though. I did think about it.
Okay,
But-
thank you.
Nah,
Keep
man.
me
You know
here.
what?
Allow
The
me to
only
keep breaking
one I would trade you out for
Yep.
would be Creamz.
Okay. Creamz, I wouldn't even be mad. And how can you be mad now as we tied up 3 minutes left? Creamz isn't even in here, but I can feel his spirit right
Cute.
now, and Jordan striking.
Cute play, all the way up to the ceiling, and then the straight up, the first opportunity there is blocked by Rogue, and the follow up. That follow up was so important, so important. Jordan could have just given up because it looked like that play was going to go in, but he played with it and it was good.
That's something that's really easy to do in Rocket League, is to always predict something's going to go positively or negatively, honestly. You can just hope the ball will roll out to you and stay in that position, but most people will just dip for the sake of being safe.
Yeah. Important stuff. Gotta go.
Okay, Jordan off the ceiling, please. No. Okay, we saw that goal last week though. We had a couple of highlight plays, Jordan in particular. Or no, was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend actually in the Alpine series. Jordan went off the ceiling and turned. How does this go in? This is a play that somebody has got to get in front of this.
Look at Turnturo. He's driving from Colorado to Delaware, just like putting it in. What's going on? Where's literally anybody? That
it
one.
Was Majicbear on the backboard. See, because our first player had forced Turnturo to get that final hit that popped out from his control. He couldn't get a follow-up, and we had Majicbear on the backboard who just couldn't react in time. And that was where we went wrong, unfortunately.
It just looked so. It just looked empty. It just looked empty. Not great, Bob.
Yeah.
Not great.
We can't ruin our record against Rogue too. We have been so consistent against these guys. We know how to beat them. We know how to deal with first killer on offense. Turo with his bumps. But apparently we don't know how to deal with Turo's air dribbles. That was the first time I think I've seen that from him.
Yeah. Turo just able to kind of bring it. I mean, Turo does that sort of thing. Not all the time, but he has it in the pocket. And, you know, this is, after their performance last week, this is absolutely a matchup that, you know, put yourself in their shoes, right? If you're Turo and his squad, you're not very happy about losing 3-0 to the up-and-coming team, right? Like, you're supposed to be established at this point as far as Rogue is concerned.
And it doesn't look like they're tilted either after that matchup against NRG. And I think NRG, a 3-0, you probably feel the least tilted against either NRG and SSG if you get swept. Because those guys are at the top right now. You lose to them, you think to yourself, it's whatever. We'll move on.
Yeah. Like, oh no, I got beat by Sipical. Okay.
How can you be mad?
Yeah, like a spacestation. Yeah, sure, dude. First killer drops that in.
It feels like it's uncontested too. First killer pops this one up. Majicbear, unfortunately, he's there again. The boost, you can see him looking for it in the corner. It spawned right when he drove over it, and he couldn't get the challenge in time. That's the second appearance now for Majicbear on defense where he doesn't have the boost or the speed to get contact on the ball. What has happened? F dot, please say something to console me. I need help.
So that's two. That last one's, I guess, an okie doke, but I'm not even gonna like, you know, just. Oh, man, this is going back to some of the issues that Alpine had in the early weeks, with respect to, and maybe we can even trace this back to last match as well. The transition defense is not there. Like this, they're scoring on these big booming clears and these full pitch, like the length of the field air dribbles and stuff like that, and we're not able to scramble back fast enough. I mean, is that what causes that?
I think it's boost. A lot of times we'll see that last player, and for whatever reason, it has been Majicbear who's been forced in those awkward situations. He's looking for boost, even in that last goal we saw it trying to get boost. And I'm not sure if he had that much on the backboard for, I believe it was the second goal, to get in front of the shot. So truthfully, I think it just comes down to boost picking up pads. If we're getting starved out by Rogue, it means we can't challenge the ball. That's a good 50 from Percy, though, to squeeze in off the crossbar. Starting something here to move into the second game.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, just a little bit. And this is different than the eUnited series because the goals that Rogue have gotten, maybe 1 out of 4 has been quality. But other than that, it doesn't feel like we should have been getting outplayed to concede a goal.
No, not at all. This, like I said, I want to say it's uncharacteristic, but the fact of the matter is, it's really not. Maybe we've been downloaded. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like I said, Alpine doesn't do well when it comes to these I don't know what you want to call the style, like volleyball style, where it's just like booming clear after booming clear, like running back and forth is not something that Alpine does well. They're much better stuck on their side of the field, dealing with 20 shots on goal, or stuck on your side of the field, giving you 20 shots on goal. When it's this back and forth big clears, that's where Alpine runs into issues, and maybe the enemy teams have figured it out.
Well, and it's a matter of controlling the ball, because whenever we fall into the clear game, that's our own choosing. We don't have to go for those huge clears ourselves. We can obviously just have somebody bring the ball down, specifically Majicbear with the skills, the 1v1 speed, to control the midfield. Alpine always thrives the best when our defensive line is in the midfield. Usually, I won't see us get too many goals where we start on the defensive end, push up, and get a goal. It seems like once we put 1 or 2 shots on net, we have a great follow-up for a second shot.
We'll see if that changes here in the next game.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I would love to see the turnaround, but the performance today has just not been all there.
Here, just believe in Miztik. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna incentivize them with like a free range at a candy store or something. I don't know what it is. There's got to be some motivating factor, something.
Candy store,
dude. Free range? Are you kidding me? You know how much candy you could get if somebody told me, "Hey, we're gonna go to a candy shop, get whatever you want, bro." I would probably play the best Rocket League of my life. Chat, you can agree.
What kind of candy are you getting?
I'm getting the pretzel M&Ms. Have you had those? Goated status. Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Goated.
You can have any candy in the world, dude, and you go for pretzel M&Ms?
Pretzel M&Ms are insane. Are you kidding?
I'm not saying that they're bad, but for that to be your #1 overall selection, dude, you need to go to jail.
Okay, well, you expect me to make like a candy sandwich and get like 2 Reese's, put like 4 M&Ms in the middle, and like wrap it around with licorice or something? Is that what you expected? Huh? I'm sorry. I'm not enough for you, I thought, okay?
Honestly, Turtle, I expected you to come out here with like the super nerds rope sour.
Oh, no, bro. What is that? Don't hit me with that, please.
I figured you would come out here with like the real like Johnny.
You really think I'm a middle schooler out here? Is this what it is? I see how it is. Mans thinks I'm going to elementary school.
Warheads.
But warheads are pretty good. They're sour. The shot from Jordan. Oh, that almost left a better taste than I would have imagined. But now I'm just sad.
Good defense that I didn't expect, in all honesty, from Rogue. But see, look, much better. This type of gameplay where it's half the court. This is absolutely much more what Alpine.
And look at that pass. That pass from Majicbear is everything we needed. Instead of just giving away possession right away, he hits it all the way over to Percy, who can keep the pressure going. Look at how we've been able to keep this one in. The demo is gonna change our plans a little bit, but now even the back passes from Majicbear, that is so much better. And the type of control we wanted to see, specifically out of Majicbear, who has been struggling as that third man back.
It's kind of tough running back and forth and being that third. I thought First Killer was going to jump over that one.
Dude, First Killer is scary. Even that pinch. I've played ones against First Killer like 3 times and gotten absolutely, like it wasn't even close. It's the recovery that this man has that makes him so deadly on the field.
Yo, I've heard this. Is it true? Is he the NA scrub killer?
I want to say yes, just because of the storyline, but I don't know if they necessarily played the same anymore. I think when Scrub was first starting on RLCS, I'd say yeah. So, okay, so Scrub does have the experience. He has like an extra year, I believe, in the RLCS. So I'm gonna go with yes. Jordan almost shuts us all up.
All right, I just okay.
Why not?
I don't know the players well enough, so like I've just seen that on Reddit a fair amount, and like people have been kind of saying that.
It's really easy to compare them to just because they're really young. They both have like scrub killer, first killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you not compare that name to each other?
Do you think how much of that comparison do you think comes down to the fact that they're both named Killer?
Dude, I would probably say 80% of the comparison. No lie. If scrub killer's name was like Anthony James 92 or something, there's no way anybody would ever care about the comparison. And look, if he didn't change his name, he wouldn't be scoring this.
That was pretty nasty. That was.
How did they get that out of the midfield?
Anthony
James 92 strikes again.
Is that his name? Is that his name?
No, I was just trying to think of. For some reason, I almost said Bernie Sanders. I don't know why that came to my head too. Like there was like a. I don't know why I just went for like a generic like a regular name. It just went to my head. But Anthony James 92. That's a banger name.
This is not a regular name.
I don't know. It's pretty typical. Percy. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go.
Okay. Man, I'm over here trying to Google first killer's name and I missed the Percy goal. 40 seconds and we tie it up. By the way, Jason Corral 04 would be his.
Jason Corral 04.
Jason Corral is actually kind of sick.
Pretty nice.
Maybe it's Carroll. I don't know.
Jason Bourne 92.
Oh.
Take it or leave it. 30 seconds left. Gotta get one here. This is not good. Toro!
That's not how that works.
It's the 50s. Look at this 50 in the air. You don't even need to pay attention to Turo. First of all, he wins that one in the corner, but the speed for first killer beats out 2 of our players on defense. 2.
That Turo just he's driving for boosting. He's like, oh, a ball, okay. he had no intention. That was not him being in position to score. That was just, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'll do
oh man, dude, I can't believe it.
No, believe it. This can happen.
You want me to leave? F-Dot, is now the time when I need to leave. It's yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm leaving.
Okay, we got this. 6 seconds left here. Percy's gonna toss it in the air. All right, still keeping it alive.
No, dude. I literally was watching from my couch, like in my room. I was just sitting there. It was casual. I thought I was the problem. Chat was wrong. It's not me. And we go down now 0-2 against Rogue, a team that we always seem to sweep. What is the difference here, F-Dot? What is happening?
Ah, man, I'll be honest with you. That first game looked uncharacteristic. The second game looked more like Alpine. It just not really doing it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like I said, usually like I said, listen, I'm new to the scene. I've been learning. Honestly, thanks to the grid, it's been really cool kind of having like week in, week out. And I've actually been pretty confident in my ability to like, analyze the game to a certain extent. Maybe Turtle's just being nice to me, but I feel like I am starting to understand what I'm talking
100%,
about.
100%.
And then
the same thing with the players.
Nothing, dude.
Yeah. And it's difficult because, like I said, it doesn't feel like we're just kind of giving away free goals that we just can't find those challenges on the like think about the last goal Rogue got. As somebody has asked if F-Dot has the Alpine hat, he's looking good. And bro, we're twinning. We're always twinning. We got how can you not? It's comfy. I'm feeling good. Exclamation mark merch in the chat.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna be looking just as good as F-Dot. Not as good as me because I'm just inherently uglier. So anything will just look better than me. But F-Dot, if you can match that beauty. That's crazy. Like I was saying, think back to the last goal for Rogue. Think back to the last goal. It was literally just the speed. It was Turnturo in the corner, winning out the challenge. It popped up. 2 of our players then go up. There's a double commit, first of all, the communication error. But the fact that we still lose when 2 of our players can't outpace first killer, that's crazy. That's got to be an issue and something that we need to fix is getting in front of the challenges.
That's getting there first, and you talked about the double commits kind of being an issue with respect to the communication. That feeds into part of the reason why we're not able to kind of get there because we're at the same spot. You said before, even when we were double committing, you brought up like they were holding hands. They were in the same spot. The communication doesn't seem to be, and I think that's what it is after seeing, a set and a half.
Yeah. Look at this play. Look at I feel like the predictability to Turnturo. That was a fantastic pass, but Jordan here, he could have turned a little bit earlier. He sees Kronovi right in front of him. If he turns just a second earlier and can intercept that pass, it would be huge. We could then go on a counterattack, and I think that in our series against Rogue in the previous few weeks, there was a turn there always. We could see the prediction and match it and get in the way, or at least challenge it to the point where we wouldn't just give them a free shot. And in this series, we can't find that same type of decision making.
And I mean, here, like, again, I'm not in the comms and I'm, outside looking in. That is that could be a call from the teammate saying, hey, make that turn in front of Turnturo, and it doesn't happen. It just looks like a communication breakdown, man.
And that is first killer drops, faking in the chat. Dude, we are getting toxic chats today. First it was Ajax in the previous series who faked us and mind gamed us, and now it's first killer who delays his shot. Dude.
Oh no.
We're going through the ringer today.
It's not great, Bob. Not a great look.
It really
Crow?
is. And
okay.
this is
So now,
how can we help them? We have to do something. There's got to be something to do.
I mean, I'm gonna be straight up and down. I think the boys are tilted. just like dead serious.
Yeah.
I just think they're tilted.
It's been a frustrating day for sure.
Yeah, this gameplay tilted. And the bleachers right now are just spamming the Rogue nonsense in our chat. It's listen,
I'm gonna have to agree with that in chat.
I think we've earned it.
We're saving the goods for regionals, okay? We're trying to bait out everybody, make sure that we play a little bit better in regionals. And literally, this is what I said when you asked me if I'd rather play on Thursday or Friday.
Right.
I mentioned I don't want to get destroyed on Friday. Come into the weekend where it's the most important event, where you're gathering points to continue on to the major, and you're still tilted. Now we have a day to decompress, relax a little bit. We can focus now on how we can improve, rewatch the tapes, rewatch the VODs. Not saying we're out of it. There's still 3 minutes left. But it's just given the situation that we're in, we've got a lot of mental resistance to deal with.
Yeah, look, I always like to play the if I was coach game, and I think if I was coach, I'd prefer the Thursday because of this, and I call the come to the I always call post-mortem meetings come to Jesus, right? Like I call our come to Jesus real quick, just like, all right guys, that sucked. Take tomorrow off.
Yeah.
Come an hour early on Saturday, and then
okay.
On Saturday,
so no work tomorrow. Just taking off completely. Okay.
Yeah, I might even go so far to say I don't want to see you guys playing Rocket League tomorrow.
Okay.
Just
depending on the tilted factor and how upset we are. Okay.
Yeah, like if because like I said, I think these guys are real tilted right now. Percy comes mad close and like it's taken out of the hoop. Like, and I think you just tell them, like, unplug, bro, come in on Saturday.
That final save, I think, is what has tilted me on my own.
I got tilted from that save.
That is the instance where you're like, dude, come on in the game. Because you already know you have to fight against a lot of this faking from first go, the speed that you can't deal with. The Ajax fake earlier is still in your head. And you finally battle it back. You get on offense. You go for the shot. And it's saved on the goal line. F dot. That's what I'm at. Now I'm tilted.
Like I said, I think the guys are tilted. I'm tilted. I mean, the earth is flat, bro.
Yeah.
It's a bad day in the Alpine situation.
Okay, Percy. Dude, what is happening?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, Turt, is that, like, at this point, I'm never going to call you Turt again. It sounds like turd. So
everybody calls me that for some reason. Anyway, keep going.
Well, I think I know the reason, but I'll move on. I think that, like, this is just one of those that, like, man, if you can't focus on it. Yeah. This is too wild of a day. We have had, and it's the anomaly. If this is like week after week after week after this of this, then obviously you got to address the elephant in the room. Right. But I mean, last week we win 6 games. We play 6 games to get to playoffs. The week before that, we don't make playoffs, but we still look pretty damn good against great teams. Yeah. And we have consistently improved. I think there was one week, either 3 or 4, where like we kind of dropped down, sort of like this. And if that's how it works, if we take 3 steps forward, 1 step back, This is an up-and-coming team. We're not supposed to be Energy or G2 overnight. So, like,
right.
dude, RAM, just reset, refresh, and forget about it. Like
focus on the weekend. We made it to stage number 2 for RLCS X, the regional event. That's the most important part. The grid is supposed to be the warm-up for the weekend. So if anything, this could be the best thing for us to get prepared to go into the weekend, have a better performance. And I mean, like we talked about earlier, everybody has rough showings. And with all the amounts of improvement that we've been forced to do as the weeks have progressed, it's likely that we'll have a little bit of a step back right here at the bounce back for the weekend.
Oh no.
What are you laughing at, huh?
The end of game chat. First killer goes, "That was fun. That was fun. That was fun."
That's the tilting. That's first killer for you. When I was 1v1ing him, you know what he was saying? Every time I would miss a shot, he'd be like, nice shot. It's 10-0. He beats me. He says that was fun too. So you can't avoid it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it was fun for him.
Yeah, it probably was fun for him, but not for the Alpine boys. That's a frustrating day. A frustrating couple of series, but we're going to bounce back, especially for the weekend. I'm not too upset. It's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the big deal. Like, you know, this is making it to week 2 of the regional is a big deal in and of itself. And that is, you know, if I was really a homer, like if this was we have fun and we speak from Alpine perspective, but I don't think we're biased. I think perspective and bias is different. If I was biased, I would paint this up to say, oh, the boys aren't even worried about today. They all eyes on the weekend, blah 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 blah. But I think that's a bunch of garbage. I think they wanted to win today and it just didn't go that direction.
Yeah.
But like, the weekend this Saturday is the big deal game for Alpine. So like I can't say we don't care about the loss, but like, you know, bigger fish to fry, as they say, right?
Yeah, and I was looking at our first matchup too. We're not up against anybody like Rogue or eUnited in stage number 2. We're going up against the Pittsburgh Knights. I think that's a good matchup too for us. And it's refreshing. I was wondering if we were going to be having a rematch actually in this weekend and see if maybe we go up against Rogue at eUnited. But thankfully, I think that actually plays in our favor because we don't have to get a little bit tilted again, knowing that we just recently lost to them.
That's interesting. I look at Rogue, eUnited, and Pittsburgh Knights in the same like subgroup of talent, so to speak.
Right.
And Alpine is knocking on the door of that subgroup of talent. And I think Pittsburgh Knights is the bottom of that subgroup of talent.
That's
and so I think
that's how we get in.
I think Alpine comes in, they take down PK and they kind of, you know, invite themselves to the table, man. I think that's realistic, and I think that you know, kind of reflects more of what we've seen over the past, like I said, 7 weeks, and I think this week included, 2 of them have been kind of not ones you tell mom about, but every single other one I've really like enjoyed the type of performance, and so it's easy to chalk these up as just like, it's an anomaly, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I completely agree, and especially for the grade, this is what it's for. It's supposed to have your mistakes blatantly tossed in front of your face, and I think here, while it was a little bit more difficult, maybe in the first few weeks we were able to pinpoint where we had issues, but now today is one where I would have to rewatch this and have to really start dissecting it. Again, it comes down to the speed a little bit with the challenges and trying to figure out how to deal with our third man defense, but other than that, I'm still kind of looking at a blank sheet of paper trying to figure out where I can start this essay. I don't know.
Silt is for sure. Third man defense, I think, is the big one, and I think people just got to be careful for eUnited. That is a you know, Rogue. You don't lose a set because you're tilted, but it's certainly, I think that's what set us up for failure against Rogue. But eUnited, I think, just has a wild play style that Alpine wasn't ready for, and I don't know who's gonna listen. I don't think eUnited is taking it all. They're down 2-0 to Energy right now, but I think that eUnited are a team that people are gonna have to be a lot more aware of. Whereas, you know, with the old roster, people were kind of just like looking over.
Well, here's the thing, though. We got the weekend to worry about it. We got the weekend to look and dress our part. Okay, you can pick these up. Dude, I actually am jealous. I wish I had that. I'm gonna have to purchase that myself if I need one of those because I never have any hats that look good, and I'm gonna need one of those.
This is how they got us. So both me and Turtle got the long sleeve shirt that he rocking right now, and the hoodie that I was wearing the other day. And then the other day, Turtle shows up in the short sleeve, and I was like, "Yo, that shirt is fresh. What the heck? You got the shirt?" And then I show up in the hat, and he's like, "Bro, that hat is fresh." So I gotta buy the T-shirt. He's gonna.
I gotta get the hat. Let's go, dude. And then we'll have the full set. If anybody wants to match with us, ! Merch in the chat. Drop it. Look pretty good. Look pretty sexy. Just like F. Dot
or Turtle.
And there's not much else to say, man. There's not much else to tell. I'm just excited for the weekend. See if we can come back.
Turn up for the weekend. Nobody knows that song. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet it out. Don't worry. We gotta turn up for the weekend. That's what's gonna happen tomorrow. We're taking we're taking a day off. It's Saturday. We're coming back with a vengeance. Got to root for Alpine and see how the boys are able to climb. As always, thank you so much, chat, for showing up. Shout outs to my co-commentator.
Cat Jam. Can we get some Cat Jams to end it out, please? Thank you.
Turtle can't catch him, and that's funny to me.
Yes, Alpine, I can.
Let's root them on Saturday. Thank you for joining us for the grid. We will catch you next week. Peace and much love to you.